Yeah, my daughter Kim, she put the book together for me.
By flipping through the pages of a scrapbook, Mike Cairns goes back in time to the day a mountain exploded and the world turned dark and gray.
All the trees were down. They were all facing the same direction. All the bark was gone. All the branches were torn off.
A National Guard pilot who served in Vietnam, Mike volunteered to fly into the blast zone in search of survivors. The thick air, he says, smelled like sulfur, temperatures above 100 degrees.
Everything was buried in probably 2 to 3 feet of ash. Just saying, this looks like a moonscape. The closer we got to Mount St. Helens, we saw steam vents and ash vents just blowing stuff up all over the place. And we both looked at each other and said, there's nobody alive here.
If they were going to rescue anyone, Mike and his crew knew they'd have to fly out of the blast zone to places where bridges were washed out by lahars.
My crew chief, Mike Semison, said, hey, looks like there's people beating the ground with their jackets to get our attention.
Sue Ruff was one of 2 campers and a logger who'd been climbing all day through 15 miles of ash-covered debris.
I said to Sue, we're glad we found you, and she hugged me and kind of cried a little bit. Well, the look on their face showed me that they went through a very traumatic experience.
In all, 138 people were rescued by the National Guard, but most of Mike's mission would be a heartbreaking story of recovering the dead.
These guys were, husband and wife were mummified. It was just horrible.
4 days after the eruption, heavy rains revealed gruesome sights.
Aside from Vietnam, I've never seen anything like this. The bodies were melted, they were destroyed. We found body parts.
The pilots gathered at the end of every day to talk about what they'd seen.
We'd fly 12 hours a day just refueling and searching and looking and trying to find.
Get it, McCartney, get it, go get it.
45 years later, Mike Cairns wanted his story told and realized he'd better do it himself. Under the Ash is a book about his troops' heroic response to a mountain's historic fury. Dangerous days Mike will never forget.
And it's been said that it was the National Guard's finest hour.
Thank you, Saint. Mike's book, Under the Ash, comes out June 17.